Do you ever find yourself taking a lot of pictures, but not necessarily the pictures that you want to take? That's been the case for me ever since I moved to LA. Not gonna lie, LA is probably not the most picturesque city I've ever lived in, but it's so big that it has so many picture opportunities there if you're constantly looking. But at the same time, I was looking at my Instagram feed the other day, and I realized I haven't done a lot of storefront pictures in a long time. But I thought for this week, I thought getting a collection of storefronts would be a good assignment for me. Now, there are some limitations that I faced and I'll talk about them throughout the video, but this week I just really wanted to focus on the facade of things. Now, this picture was an accident, as you can tell by how blurry it is, but it gave me a good idea. Kind of similar to what I did in my black and white video, where you could see one mirror showcasing one thing and the other mirror showing the other thing. So the left side is a mirror, but there's also a mirror inside of that. And it showed this guy that I didn't know was sitting there. I could have done a tight crop or taken the picture focusing on the mirror only, but by showing what's not being reflected on the right, I thought this created not depth, but a different element to the picture. And when I turned to my right, there was another mirror, and this mother and son duo was seen in the reflection. I don't know what was going on with me and my settings that day, but my shutter speed was a little too slow and the picture just came out blurry. But this was a fun attempt, I think. I almost didn't include this picture because it's so bad. I think this would have been a really good picture or just a really good scene in general if the middle divider wasn't there. It's 3 people and a dog just getting coffee, hanging out, talking with each other. But that middle divider just really blocks everything. I did go back there on another day to see if the divider is not there, and I think it's just a thing they have there. This is the same building where I took my black and white reflection picture, and the only difference is that I was on the other side of the building, hoping to see if I can catch 3 different reflections. The biggest limitation and the hassle of doing street photography in LA is that there are just way too many cars. As you can see in the video, there are so many cars coming in and out of your frame because they are looking for street parking. And nobody can blame them. They're just looking for a spot, they want to move on with their day. But if you know what you want and you know the picture you're about to take has a lot of potentials, these little things really bother you. But in general, it was impossible to get 2 to 3 people in each reflection. So with the power of Photoshop, I combined these 2 pictures and made this. Now, if this picture were to be perfect, I would have another person in the middle here and the red car on the right would be removed. In every video, I give myself an assignment or a theme. And just like how this one is about storefronts, and in the future, I would love to do something that's reflection related. Does that mean I'm gonna have to take a lot of mirror selfies? I don't know. And yes, I know I just said the theme of this video is storefronts, but we all know that I'm a sucker for good lights. So I couldn't pass this area without taking a picture. It would have been so wonderful if somebody walked into the light, but I waited for a few minutes and that just didn't happen. What I did get though was a picture of this guy standing further back, just listening to music and standing there. If you know where this is from, whether it's from a movie and or a game, that's impressive. I only stopped because I saw a lot of people taking pictures in front of it, and it turns out it's from Fast and Furious, and it was also in one of the GTA games. Something I constantly think about and always talk about is having that extra element in my pictures. This could have been a very generic picture, and I think on film this would look so much better. Maybe half an hour before sunset when everything's golden and glowy, I think that would be a really pretty picture. But because of what I had and the amount of time that was given to me, I wanted to wait a little bit and have someone in my picture. You can't really see it here, but I think depending on how the person in your picture is dressed and how that blends in with the facade or the neighborhood you're taking pictures of, I think that's a really good way to do storytelling. Chances are when you live in a big city, each neighborhood has their own style, and this wasn't Echo Park, but let's say I was in West Hollywood. The way people dress there is going to be slightly different, and I think even in front of the same building, it will give a very different feeling. So kind of going back to the whole car and street parking thing, if you just look at each store and the colors, it's such a pretty picture. The green, the pink, even the white part on the right, with the help of the people sitting outside, you can get an idea of what this area is like. But the white car on the right blocks the view, and the truck, oh, there's another car. And the truck is just there. These are the things we cannot control, and I think we would have to just wait around a little bit, maybe have some coffee, go on a different day, go when street parking is not allowed. Hello. I don't know where the ending of the video went. It's not on my phone, it's not on my Mac. I only have the voice recording of it. But I already know what I'm taking pictures of next week, so I'm very excited about that. I don't know if I want to film Coachella. LA already has so many Asian women walking around with a vlogging camera filming whatever they're doing, and I don't want to be one of them. So we'll figure out whether I include that or not. Alright, I need to eat.